Hey guys, welcome back to your channel Dr. Battisi. I'm Dr. Jasmine, your dentist. So, around 2 years ago, this course was happening in Delhi. And as usual, my dad shared this news that it's happening, but I'm not sure at that time why I didn't do it, because maybe I was doing the junior residentship in Acharya Bhikshu, Moti Nagar, and maybe I wasn't sure that should I go ahead with that at that point of time. And it was happening in a good hotel in Delhi for 3 to 5 days, not sure exact, and it was for 13,000. So this year again, my dad shared that news advertisement, and I applied it on the last day, 31st May. After coming from the clinic around 9 p.m., I applied. Before that, I was in conversation, in contact with the FRI and FFDC people, the numbers which were mentioned on the newspaper, and I was talking to them regarding after the classes, can we go and explore Dehradun, or can we stay overnight with my parents at the campus, like not in FRI but at other venue. So they were like, you cannot overstay, but definitely you can explore Dehradun. So all these conversations were going on, because I wanted to plan, like, if I'm going, can my parents come with me? So that kind of a trip. But I went alone. This was my first solo trip. And once the confirmation was done, by after I searched the venue, when I searched FRI Dehradun, just see the pictures, guys, and I was like, I have to do this. The immediately first word that came to my mind, it was like Howard of India. So, and if I was like, agar मैं ये चीज़ नहीं करती हूँ, I was not satisfied. I was like, I have to do this. I do not know what was the reason, but I have to do this. So, since my childhood also, I was very fascinated by aroma, fragrance, perfumes. I love perfumes, and maybe because of my name had an influence on me. So I was like, I have to do this course. So after the confirmation was done, I checked with them that my payment and everything, have they received. Their reply came that it has been received and everything was done. After booking, I researched things to buy, things to get, places to visit, did all my homework. So the course was for about 5 days, Tuesday to Saturday. Instead of booking the tickets, because they were in Tatkal and it's vacations going on, the chances were very less that I get the ticket. And thank God I booked the tickets that of bus, which my father, it was suggested to them by someone who travel a lot. So, and because of the busy schedule at the clinic, I did not get time to book and see which train goes. So it was Monday bus in the morning, so that I'd reach on time on the venue and everything goes as planned. So it was Uttarakhand government bus. It's a Volvo non-stop from ISBT Kashmiri Gate, Delhi to ISBT Dehradun, and every half an hour or 1 hour buses like come for that, and these are really good buses. There is just one drawback, that they stop for just 5 to 10 minutes at for washroom at only one particular place, and you cannot just go there. You cannot go there. Even the roads, even the khet are more sterilized or better to go than these washrooms. So either you don't drink water, or just for 5.5 hours don't go for a pee. It's better to book the tickets online, because if you book them on the spot, if you go and ask them, is there any seat in the morning buses, there is still a chance. And those tickets would be, for example, my tickets were around 800 rupees one side. So if you book, go there, it will be like 1100, 1200, it will be more. Plus if you go in the afternoon or later, the chances are very, very less that you are going to get a seat. I reached around 1:30 to 2 p.m. Uber runs there, Ola runs there, digital payments are there. So you no need to carry cash more than 1,000, for example. From ISBT Dehradun, FRI Forest Research Institute is 8 kilometers, about 20 to 25 minutes from there. The auto bhaiya can take 200 to 250 rupees and not more than that. The FRI, they will ask you, you have to go to the FRI at the entry, the bahar ka gate, or you have to reach under. So my hostel was inside, so they take 50 rupees extra. So that is what I am saying, 200 to 250 including those charges. E-rickshaw can take 150 rupees approx, and there are Vikram autos like e-rickshaws which run in Delhi and everywhere. They are just blue ones, and Vikram at the end is written there. So they can take 10 to 20 rupees, but you have to change once or twice, something like that. So I guess I was the initial who came at the hostel. Mine was the scientist hostel. It's a hostel, the name is hostel, but it's a kind of a guest house. It is specifically for those people who come to FRI for temporary courses or for short term courses. So I had my food, rest for around 30 minutes, and straight away went to see ahead the museums, because the timings are till 5 only. So there are 6 museums particularly, but one is closed like forever, and one it is undergoing renovation. So I had 4 museums. 2 of them allowed recording, photography, etc., but 2 of them didn't allow. And when I headed from the scientist hostel to the museum, I was like marking my directions. Okay, this is the straight ahead, and this is that. I didn't know that I would be getting all the map of the FRI in my brain soon after. So there are tickets for the museum, but you are a student, then you can say that you are a student and give them a mail proof or something like that, and you can visit all the museums. Please keep at least 3 hours or so for the museums, because they are enormous, and if you have to look even little carefully, it will take around 3 hours. And it's just not like one museum here and the next one is adjacent to it. It's like 1 cart and 2 cart, a small, but you have to walk a little. There are a lot of mango, lychees and nashpati trees here, and you can buy them too. I bought the lychees for me, and it is a no drone area, but FRI is, guys, like a place that how much you capture, whatever pictures or videos you take, only your eyes can capture the whole FRI fully. It's like आप कितना pictures click करोगे, there are so many things. It's enormous. So FRI has a nursery too, where you can buy plants, but botanical garden too, but these all are till 5 p.m. So when I returned, I had a tea, met 3 new people who might have come by bus or train, who had reached the hostel, who was in the same group as mine. We were doing all the same course, and earlier they said that on Monday the dinner charges would be separate, because the course starts from Tuesday to Saturday, but at the end during the checkout they did not mention any dinner charges, so it was all included. So what happens is, there is breakfast, then there is tea, then there is lunch, then there is tea, and then there is dinner. And with tea you get 2 different types of biscuits, and lunch and dinner all have papad, salad, achar, rice, dal, roti, and any one vegetable. Dessert, we requested them from the very second day from our course, and it's like simple ghar ka very good khana. Like, I really enjoyed it. So our food coordinator at the scientist hostel was Chetriji. Thank you so much. He is, I used to get up in the mornings, and he is on scooty coming with the supplies for the food that has to be made on that particular day. So he's adorable. When I checked in, I asked for 2 things: the Wi-Fi password, and has my roommate arrived? And what happened was, my roommate was married, so she was staying outside FRI, maybe with her family. So I had a roommate, but I stayed solo. And this is how my first day prior to the classes went. The building is, guys, 100 plus years old. Mussoorie Hills are exactly behind the FRI main building. There is a huge temperature difference between DEHRADUN and FRI campus, because FRI is like a forest area, and it has an IMA, the Indian Military Academy, where Lakshay was shot. So, and I met Lockdown, and she was someone I look up to every single day, every single hour. We got time, and luckily most of us were all the dog lovers there. So every guest house or every hostel or every place's residential area there was, it had 2-3 dogs. So it was lovely. So in FRI, a lot of movies are shot, like Krishna Cottage, Rehna Hai Tere Dil Mein, Error 404, Pan Singh Tomar, Student of the Year, both. So Dehradun got his name by the 7th Sikh Guru Har Rai Ji. Dehra, like he had a camp in Doon. Doon is a valley. So Dehradun in 1676. So at the later it went from Dehradun to Dehradun. So that was the history behind it. The entry gate we go to, there is an Amul, and the main gate of FRI. Luckily, I had a good auto guide bhaiya, so he told me that the main gate is only open for the president and the prime minister of India. Thank God our rooms had TV, but no signal, because we did not went there to watch TV. Even how can someone watch go and TV? We had our phones, but we used our phones only for two reasons. One, to for work. Some people were working and everything, so to send mails or something like that, to attend a voice conference, a video call. But the other reason is to talk to our at home. That's it. It was like 8 days I had used no headphones, no earphones, and no video, and it was incredible. You are not going to sleep alone, no matter you get a roommate or not, because small spiders, small insects, small they are going to keep entertaining you whole your night. But of course, what else can you expect? You are literally in the middle or at the corner of a forest, and there is a board that says, don't go ahead, because leopards or cheetahs sometimes do come. So I was like, there was AC, so just one day I had switched on the AC. Rest other days it was fan and a blanket. So you can get the Odomos with you, I forgot to, and you can refill the mosquito solutions, you can ask them too. So this was exactly how my first day prior to the classes, courses went. So the very next day, Tuesday morning, I got up at 4:35 a.m. If my mom knew that I got up at 4:35 a.m., it would have been a shocker to her. So I played with lockdown, roamed around, walked, had a morning walk, and after breakfast, then we reached the main building. There was a bus from the hostel to the main building. There was the Diya lighting ceremony, introduction of all the participants. There were approx 33 to 34 participants, and form was filled, the Aadhaar card, all the formalities was done. We were given a bag, a pen, and a notebook. There were 3 different shades of bags, so I interchanged with a friend who was in a group, who I met, the 3 people who was one of them. So we had tea, coffee, some snacks, a group picture was taken, and then I saw the convocation hall of the FRI. And guys, I cannot share the video or the pictures because it was not allowed to shoot there, but it was the most incredible thing I think I ever saw. It was purely wood, it was enormous, it was beautiful, and it was just wow. So we had lectures according to the schedule from 10 to 5, 9 to 6 we had sometimes had, or 10 to 6, and sometimes 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. we were there attending the lectures. Practicals were there. We went to the chemistry lab. Chemistry plays a very important role when it comes to perfumery or essential oils, to understand the structure, what is reacting with whom, alkanes, alcohols, alkenes. So it was like my chemistry was getting revised. After the class, we used to wait, like when is the class going to over, and we used to discuss, because I was a newer to there, so I was just a listener to them. I just had to grab all the information, and we used to discuss a lot while our walks, and we used to walk around 10,000 to 15,000 steps between them in a day, and in Delhi I walk less than 6,000. So it was fresh air, there was no noise. What I realized is how many kilometers you walk, it doesn't matter, your breath is not affected, and it's just so beautiful that you can keep just walking and walking without any effects. In Delhi, if I walk just 500 meters, I'm like, it's done, it's too much, but there it's beautiful. So all kinds of people have come, like businessmen, founders, people who have farms, traders, manufacturers, perfumers. I was a listener, as I mentioned earlier. People from different states: Jammu, Rajasthan, Kerala, Maharashtra, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, one from Nepal, and people working who were Indian but working in London or Dubai. And there was one more dentist, so we were two dentists out of 33, 34, and there were approximately 12 to 13 girls or women, and I'm so proud of that. Also went by, we had a group of friends, and we also went by to a nearby cafe or restaurants, and we had a room party as well. During dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever time we got, we used to discuss, make contacts, share each other experiences and stories, and it was lovely. Before I sleep, I used to just read for few minutes, 10-15 minutes, because I was new there. So just writing the full forms or searching or googling something, I used to just revise what was done, because it was I had to revise, because I was these topics were new to me. The best part was I saw Jugnu in my ever. It was my first time I saw a Jugnu. Guys, in the clinic which I'm working in, Care Dental and Health Clinic, there was our one patient. She was pregnant at that time, and she got a cleaning done and a health checkup during pregnancy. So she is a blogger, and she was literally from Dehradun. So she met me, and I'm so grateful to her. We went, me and my friend from the course went with her and explored the Robbers Cafe, the famous sweet shop. We went there, but the bal mithai there was out of stock. Then she advised to order from one of the food delivery services online, and they delivered there as well in the FRI. And it was amazing, because it was my first time that I'm meeting a patient outside the professional boundary. So it was lovely, and so grateful to her. She when she came to the clinic, she had made a clinics video. I'm going to share the description link in the description down below. And the last day of the class was, we saw rain as well, because it was the first time in Dehradun that it was so hot. Usually rains are there, jaise hi garmi hoti hai, it rains, but it this time it delayed. So I was like, maybe we are not going to see the rain, but it rained. So this place kind of healed me from all the chaos we suffer in the cities. And we had a closing ceremony, bid farewell to each other. Some had teary eyes. And the very next day, I luckily, this was out of pure luck, it has nothing to do with me, I got in the newspaper. So there were all best people out there, but this just was pure luck, nothing else. But it was my second publication in the newspaper. Earlier it was, if most of you are in contact with me since internship, in internship also I got one in Delhi Times or Noida Times, from the ortho department. There is one thing, it is not a thing, if there is one person I would like to take from Dehradun to Delhi, it's Dr. Vineet Kumar, and he is lovely. He is just lovely. He's a chemistry scientist, G grade, and he is like, these are the people who actually we need in cities for our chemistry. I remember my chemistry teacher, he was really good, but he is like, you can listen to him non-stop, and the basics are so clear that it the FRI has all my heart. I'm grateful to everybody, and I had the best of my times, and looking forward to more. The course ended, but the bonds will not. Rohit said, sir, he is one of a kind in this industry, and I wish I can take his blessings forever. Shukla sir, I have no words for him. These two are, what to say. Thank you so much, and thank you, sir.